lives of a young couple intertwined with a much older man as he reflects on his true love in The Longest Ride.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Sparks. You're watching Made in Hollywood. Now, here is a scene from The Longest Ride.
What am I in for here?
Let's go!
Hey!
Keep it.
So you are jumping into a Nicholas Sparks film. It's about bull riding. What are the first questions that you have?
My biggest question was, like, am I gonna do the New Jersey accent? Which ended up being a no-go, obviously. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but that was my main question. So this is it, huh?
Yeah, this is it. The toughest sport on dirt.
George actually asked me in one of the first initial meetings. He said, "How do you feel about bull riding and maybe getting on a bull?" And, yeah, let's do it. He said, "That's a bucket list item. Let's do it." And then I think they secretly wanted, Marty Bowen and George secretly wanted me to do it. And Fox, it was a fight. It was a fight to the death of, no, we can't do it.
There's no way they could ever let you do that.
I met a girl.
You meet girls all the time.
No, not like this.
I love all of the Nicholas Sparks films, but how did you want to make this one different?
I think the key was, from the beginning, is once Britt, Robertson, Scott Eastwood, Oona, Chaplin, Jack Houston, Alan Alda, when everybody came on, we were like, how can we make this our own? How can we push it? How can we make it feel different? How we can put our own spin on it? And I think it came down to, let's just be as honest as we can, to the material.
Really, you just kind of sit back and let George do his thing. Too many cooks in the kitchen can spoil the broth. This is true. There's one director. As your role as a producer is not to be the director, it's to be the producer. And it's to, if you talk to anyone, you'll talk to George. But at the same time, you let him do what he's gonna do. It's his vision he's trying to create.
I've been scared of even thinking about where we are.
See that?
What?
Call 911!
I want to get more into the story of The Longest Ride. So it's very complex because there are multiple stories happening. It's kind of like 2 or 3 movies in one movie, and the lives of these two couples are intertwined. So can you kind of just expand even on that?
Well, it's nice to have a sort of really good illustration of the universality of love. The fact that these people are not only very different within their couples, but their couples are very different from each other.
What makes that so interesting is there's a young couple who rescues the guy I play in a burning car.
Where'd you get that?
From your car?
I haven't been able to read these for years.
You want me to read them to you?
And find out about his love story with his now dead wife through the love letters that he's written.
Which elements do you have to include in the movie to make it a Nicholas Sparks film?
Well, you know what? You always see rain in the movies, But interesting, in our film, I was talking to Jack Houston. I said, wow, it's different. Our movie, when it rained, is in the exact moments when big things change their lives.
George Tillman, he had in his head this whole complicated story and made it play out seamlessly.
One of the reasons why we work with different directors for these films is that you want them to feel different. I want you to be able to enjoy The Longest Ride, but also to have enjoyed, Safe Haven, or The Best of Me, or The Notebook, or A Walk to Remember. I want you to feel that there's some differences there, and yet some threads of familiarity.
My dearest Ruth, I'll remember that dress you wore even when I've forgotten my own name.
Interesting fact, I was in a sorority when I was in college, Alpha Phi, and one of the rules was I can never go on a mechanical bull.
What?
So I find it interesting that she's in a sorority, but she's dating a professional
bull rider.
So that was pretty interesting.
It's your life played out in a movie.
Crazy,
Did
right?
you ever date a cowboy?
I never dated a cowboy.
Yeah, we'll have to get you in love with a cowboy.
We can hook something up.
Yeah.
We know a few.
Do you know a lot of cowboys?
We know a few now.
Find someone.
Yeah.
There's actually a cowboy downstairs.
Hey guys, I'm here with a real cowboy, Cord McCoy.
Howdy,
What
howdy.
makes you a real cowboy, actually?
I don't really think the
hat, right?
Yeah, the hat. But the bulls really don't care too much about the wardrobe. What do they say? Don't call him a cowboy till you see him ride. So maybe I've proven it through the riding.
I do want to mention, earlier we were chatting and Cord said that all of the scenes and bull riding moments in the film were very accurate.
Oh yeah, the bull that the movie starts with, Rango, he is actually a star, and I got on him in Detroit at a big PBR event there, and he about threw me out of the arena. So, you know, for me, it was good to watch the movie and see how real the bull riding was, and it was some of the best bull riders in the world and the best bulls. So I was pumped. It was great to see it.
Luke, you need to stop. For next time, you're more likely going to pick him up at the morgue.
This is my life. It's all I know.
I can't be with someone if every time they walk out the door, I don't know if I'm gonna see them again.
Are you really good at it? Is he actually really good at it now?
I don't know.
I don't think good in the same words as bull riding. They don't go together. It's just, did I die? No, I'm alive, which is good.
Yeah, he survived.
I wish I could tell you it'll all be happily ever after. Not everybody gets that.
You did.
It wasn't that simple.
You got to really play the bridge between two stories, so you kind of got to experience both worlds in a way, kind of.
But I didn't really know how they were playing my earlier life. I didn't watch them shoot the scenes. I wasn't even in town, I don't think, when they were doing
So
it.
it's not until you actually got to see the movie.
I saw the movie and I found out what my earlier life was like.
That's so great. What was your
Yeah.
reaction when you watched the movie?
It
What
was
did you
great.
think?
They did it in such a way that it melds perfectly.
Love requires sacrifice. But it's worth it.
Made in Hollywood.